one day I'd be running my city. We get me now, superstar. We get me now, superstar.
What's up, everybody? I am BK from Bkbangers.com, coming to you live from the zone with another Music Millionaires exclusive. Alright, so today I'm answering a question that came in from the comments. It's from Jaquise Tony. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. The question is though, can you tell me how to change the scales of a piano roll? I be playing all notes in A5, but how I set up the whole piano roll to F5 or B5, etc. Can you tell me how to change the scales of the piano roll? I be playing all notes in A5, but how I set up the whole piano roll to F5 or B5, etc. Alright, Jock. I hope I'm saying your name right. If when you see this video and if I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. Please just notate it under your comment if I mispronounce your name. Alright? But thank you so much for your question, and I'm gonna go ahead and answer it. I actually had this in my list of videos to-do list, and it wasn't quite what you asked, but I was gonna show how to go about using the piano roll in Studio One. So I was working on this track. You guys will hear it. It was in the last video that I did. Again, I'm not sure which one of these videos will be updated on the Music Business Tips channel first. If it'll be this response video or if it will be the next video. But whichever one, I was working on this track, and I'm gonna just play it for y'all so y'all can hear it real quick. I hope that's loud enough because I kind of was mixing it down. This track basically came out of a template, like the video that was up there. The video that I created this song in, I created it while I was showing you guys how fast and easy it is when you have a template to work from. You very quickly can come up with new material to produce. You know, sometimes we have writer's block or beat block, as us beat makers, producers like to call it. You know, picking out new tracks and instruments sometimes is a tedious task, especially when you have a vast variety of different drums and VSTs and plugins, and you know, sometimes it get tedious. So if you start from a template, it's more ready, and you know, it gets your engines going right away from 0 to 60. All right, so I will answer Jock's question. I hope it's Jock, man. I don't want to be pronouncing anyone's name incorrectly. But I'll go to the keys. Yeah, it's kind of low because I got it low down in the mix. Hold on, guys. I just want to set up this this thing so. Alright, so hopefully this will be loud enough for you guys to hear out there in the free world. So this is one bar. Let's do two bars. Alright, so I'll push up on this piano roll. So when you're in Studio One and you're using the piano roll or the edit window, right here on the piano roll you see it has the letters of the scale, or of the keys rather. Make that bigger for y'all so y'all can see it. When we press the key itself, it tells us what key we're pressing. If we press it from the MIDI, it tells you what key you're pressing. So the question that came from Jock was, again, sorry for mispronouncing your name, was basically how do I produce in the key of A5. So A5 would be, this would be C5. This is C4. This is C5. Right? So this is C5, C, D, D, E, F, G, A. This is A5, right? There are 7 letters in the alphabet. Middle C, usually on any piano roll, digital piano roll, it starts at middle C. Middle C is C3. Okay? Now, I'm not a trained piano player or keyboard player. I'm a producer artist who trained himself how to play music. By no shape or form am I accredited as a piano player, but I know sound. Alright? So again, there are 7 keys or 7 letters in the piano scale, and it goes up by octaves. So when I was telling you, when I was trying to answer your question in the comments, and I said if you're in A5, you're in the octave of 5. And if you wanted to play in F sharp 5 or F minor 5, you would go back 3 keys, right? So this is A, this would be 1, 2. 2 on the white notes would bring you to F5, like I said, but I said 3. So A, then it would be G sharp, G, then F, and this would, above it would be the F sharp 5. Okay? So if you want to get to the F sharp 5, you just go back 3 semitones. And to go to B5, if this is A, then B would be the next one up. I hope I'm answering your question correctly, because it's as simple as that. If you want to go to B5, it's just one note over. Now you said, how do you set up the piano roll to play in, I guess you're saying, in the scale of. So here, over here in this area, where it says scale, wait a minute. Right here where it says scale, below it, it says C, the root. Okay, so your root, what you are playing in, is A. Now, this is the scale. You know, you have different scales from chromatic all the way to Phrygian. Normally, I don't know what kind of music you produce, but if you're producing hip hop or rap or trap, it's usually done in a natural minor or any of the minor scales, usually natural minor. And when we check this box, it then shows us that we're in the scale. So I'll zoom out. So when you're here, 6 C, C, D, E, F, G, A. So you're on A5, right? This is A5. Make this a little bit bigger. Alright, so you're playing in A5. Right? And you said that, how do you play in F? You want to know, how do you play in F5? F sharp 5. So the answer would be, if you're playing in A, I also asked you, were you playing from a MIDI keyboard or were you using the piano roll and drawing in your notes? If you're drawing in your notes, this is how you would do it. If say you're playing in A5, which is what we have right here, this MIDI note, you would then, and you want to go to B5, like you said, you would go up one semitone, and that'll have you in B5. If you want to go to, if you're in B5 and you want to go to F sharp 5, you would go back 1, 2. Now, as you can see, it doesn't allow me to go to the F sharp because you're locked into scale, right? So if I take off the check mark, I can then go to F sharp 5, right? So, but if I lock the scale, I cannot do that. So you'd have to ask yourself, is there a sharp? So yes, there is the A sharp. So now you'd be able to go to F sharp 5. Okay, so now you'd be able to go to F sharp 5, and it's as simple as that. So you start at A, which you can't go to because you're in the scale of A. The root scale is A sharp, right? You won't, if you have this checkbox, you won't be able to drag and drop your MIDI note if you're drawing You won't be able to drag and drop the MIDI note to any key outside of the scale, if that makes any sense to you, because all the notes that you are able to play within the scale from the root note are highlighted in blue. And it's pretty much like that. Like, let me look at this question again one more time. Can you tell me how to change the scales of the piano roll? I'll be playing all notes in A5, but how I set up the whole piano roll to F#5 or B5. Alright, so this is basically what I'm answering your question. This is how you set up the scale. You want to be in F#5 right here. This is F#. Alright, this is the scale. You zoom in. This is the scale. This is F#. You make sure this box is checked. Let me see. If you want to do it in chromatic, you check chromatic. You want to. It starts off by default in chromatic. If you want to play major, you check major. If you want to play harmonic, you check harmonic. And as you can see, every time I check one of these boxes, the highlighted key notes are affected and they change. Alright, so that's pretty much how you set up the scale in Studio One. And in when you're in the edit window, this is how you do it. It's really simple stuff if you know what you're doing. Shout out to you, D.I.Y. I hope I'm saying your name right, bro. Or Jock is, you might be from the country of France or you know, one of those countries, or from the Caribbean islands with a name like Jock or Jockeys. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. And that name is usually a male's name. So if you're a female with the name Jock, I won't go into that, but I don't know if you're a female or a male. I think you are a male though, because when I hovered over your icon, I seen a guy. If that's you, then you're a guy. I don't want to drag this video out too long, but basically, if you are in the scale of F#, and you want to go to F5, there you go. You'll be able to just drag and drop it now, and it won't play outside of the scale. All right, and if the same goes for this is F, this is C, so your B would be right here, and B5 would be right here. All right, so if you wanted to say you wanted to do a chord and you wanted your chord to start on F5, that's what F5 sounds like, F#5, sorry. And if you wanted to do a every other note in the scale, so this would be a triad chord what did I just do here? Oh. This would be a triad. What I did was I highlighted one note, I pressed and held Option, and I clicked with the mouse and I dragged. Alright. If you wanted to do a progression, you can either drop the single note in, or you can start from the triad and press D to highlight everything and press D to duplicate. And then you drop it down one. Let's see what that, and see it change. See? Duplicate that, drop it down one more. This is called a walk down. Down one more. So there you go. So, and that's, you started in the root note of F sharp 5. Your B5 that you asked about is in the scale. Yeah, so I hope I answered your question, Jock. I'll show you how to simply, if you wanted to add in some bass notes, a bass line to this, you would hold shift, press shift and hold it, and click over all the bottom notes, press and hold Option, and drag and drop, and then you use your after you drag and drop it, you use your arrow keys on your computer keyboard. You hold shift, you drag and drop it, you press up one time so it goes back to its natural positioning. So you gotta change this D. You gotta go back up on it. Because, okay, the C's in the scale. Alright, so it's tricky when you're locked into the scale. So you'd hold shift and press down, and now you're in the lower octave and you have some bass notes. If you want it even lower, you can try it again. I'm gonna take off this check just because I want it to be directly on it. Alright, let's try that. Not sure why my CPU is bugging out, but alright, so Jock, I hope that's your name, I'm pronouncing it right. I hope I was able to answer your questions. If anyone else in the community has any more questions, post a comment down below. I am BK, Bkbangers.com, with another Music Millionaires exclusive for you. Shout out to all the peacemakers out there. Keep on banging, man. So I'm gonna close out. That is my time. I thank y'all so much. Be on the lookout for these new videos coming. If you haven't already gotten the opportunity to stop over at my channel, Bkbangers TV, just click my my icon and it'll take you right over to my homepage, and you'll be able to view my channel. Check out my I have a series called Sample School Sundays. It's given on the channel every Sunday. We're on episode 6 currently. Now it's the videos are a little long. You can, you know, skip through it and skim through it and see if you like them, but it's basically the synopsis of it is me creating a track from scratch using samples. I sometimes get the samples from YouTube, I'll get it from vinyls, I get it from my external hard drive. I might sample something from Studio One from their loop packages. You know, samples come from anywhere, you know. So that's basically the synopsis of Sample School Sundays, is me sampling songs and creating songs from the scratch, and, you know, giving it a walkthrough for beginner producers, beginner beat makers, you know, for those of us out there who begin to sample or want to know how to sample because they started on you know, Fruity Loops or something. No shot, no shade at Fruity Loop at FL Studios, but if you started producing at it from digital, you was basically using VSTs to create your songs. No shot, no shade, but, you know, if you started from the old school and you was using hardware, you was using sampling. Alright, you sampling your stuff in. So that's pretty much it. That's my time. I am BK, Bkbangers.com. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day. Till next time. And do remember, music is life. It is your DNA. Keep banging. Alright? Peace, love, and light.